Not every child that disappears returns home safely. These are the cold hard facts when it comes to children who disappear. According to the Center for Missing and Exploited Children, only 3% of all children who disappear in the United States yearly, who disappear and have been taken by someone who is a non custodial parent, are found alive and well. But today, we're going to take a look at one of the rare cases out there where a non custodial parent took a child and that child has been found alive and well and has now been returned to where the child should have been all along. Today we're looking at Paislee Shultis. Paislee Shultis is a 6-year-old little girl who vanished into thin air. She was not on a visitation with her mother and her father. She does not reside with her mother and her father. They had lost actual parental rights to Paislee. Paislee was living along with her sister in a foster care system, and this foster care system had been taking care of her and her sister for a couple of years at that point. Paislee disappeared, and nobody knew where she went. A massive manhunt, took place all over the state of New York, West Virginia, North Carolina. It went on for 2 years. 2 years, police departments, the FBI, even the U.S. Marshal Service took part in actual searching for Paislee. Paislee just vanished into thin air. The mother and the father, who do not have parental rights to their children, moved out of the area where they originally were in with the father's dad. They resided there for well over 2 years. And in the 2 years that they resided there, the father and the mother seemed to be putting their lives back in order and getting everything right. They even had filed paperwork to try to get their children back. You may be wondering at this point why the father and the mother had lost custody of their children. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the cold hard fact and the destructive nature of methamphetamines. Methamphetamines, both of the mother and the father had become addicted to methamphetamines, and Child Protective Services had to step in to protect the children and their welfare. Paislee Shultis was wrapped up in this system. She disappeared and nobody knew where she went. Nothing. The countless times, well over a dozen times, the police department, state and local authorities came to where the parents resided at, along, at the father's, dad's home. When they came there to search the home, to ask questions, if they've heard anything, if they had any other leads or any information that may help, reunite them and the family with Paislee. No signs, no information. Unfortunately, no leads ever came about until recently. A tip from a concerned citizen, an anonymous tip, said you need to go to the home again. Search the home. That they had learned that Paislee may be hidden within the father-in-law's home. When they went to the home with a search warrant to thoroughly search the home, they had cleared the main floor of the home. They had cleared the upstairs, bedrooms, closets, attic, everywhere. One officer who was returning down to the basement to talk with other officers said there was something unique and out of place about the steps. When he walked over the steps, he noticed that the last two remaining steps on the staircase were a little bit odd. When he got out a flashlight and looked in the cracks of the steps, from maybe some information, a piece of material, something, he saw what appeared to be a blanket. Not knowing if the stairs moved apart or if it was a hidden doorway, what it was, he lifted the edge of the stair tread up. It was not nailed down like it should have been. And there he immediately saw a corner of a blanket. Then he saw little feet, removing the rest of it, thinking that he was going to discover a body. To his surprise, there was Paislee Shultis, alive and well, 6 years old, sitting there, curled up in a ball. Alive and well is exactly what the officer wanted, and everybody else out here wanted the most. Paislee has now been reunited where she should have been with her foster family and her sibling, her sister. The father, the mother, and the father-in-law have all been arrested at this point. This was no place for a little 6-year-old girl. And this is why the Child Protective Services, as much as people love to, hate on them and say, look, they never do anything good, they did the right thing in this situation. They had to step in for those children. On the day that they were both removed from their parents' home, both children were malnourished, dirty, and hadn't eaten, matter of fact, by their own admissions, in 4 or 5 days. Nothing for the children at that point. This has all been completely confirmed and documented. I sit before you with this information because I've pulled the criminal record of the father and the mother and the CPS statement that was released when they were originally taken from the mother and father. Again, Paislee is alive and well. The massive manhunt that took place all over New York, Virginia, Massachusetts, and North Carolina, following up leads of where Paislee may have gone, has now come to an end. Paislee is back where she belonged this entire time. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that each and every one of you has a happy and pleasant weekend. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please consider checking out some of the other videos on my channel. If you do enjoy the content, please subscribe. And to each and every one of you out there, God bless.